Welcome back to part 2 of Don't Starve Reign of Giants. GDakka here with you. We're going to jump right back into the gameplay where we left off. I'm trying to survive in the rain and maybe find a way through. Or, you know, starve to death and die to giant spiders in the night. That apparently is a very real possibility. Okay. So, I have enough food I should be able to survive for now, but I really do need to start building a base. I need some gold, which I now see right there, before I can start teching out. So, I need to find a way across this water. May not be this way. Hopefully going up will take me there. I'm getting still not too far from the suggested base area I was thinking of, given all the rabbits, but I've also seen that rabbits are seasonal, so that could be danger. Lightning could be danger. Lightning could be forest fires. Oh, it's still daytime. See, I can't even tell because how dark it is. Okay, now I gotta make myself a pickaxe. Pickaxe. Let me... Oh, giant spiders. Go away, giant spiders. Okay, gonna go ahead and just get out of here. They seem like they have everything under control. It is a bit wet out, Wilson. Very, very astute. You know what? As much as I would just love this magic wood, I'm not going to need it for a very long time. It doesn't rot, so if I ever find my way back here, it'll still be there. Issue I'm facing now, though, is I do still need to get across that water. If I... Wow! Alright! So, now I can go back and start my base. Further gold will allow me to advance farther down the tech tree, but one piece of gold is all you need to build your basic science machine. Because the science machine is what you need. I guess I'm going to need a little bit more stone, even if it won't have gold in it. Don't need that either. That's niter. As far as I know, unless... I'm sure there's been changes in the patch, but it's only used to make gunpowder, which I don't really need. I am getting very wet. I can hear myself sloshing around. This could be life-concerning. Threatening. Considering. Death! Okay, so, the next thing I have to worry about here is, well... getting to an ideal base location, which I'm thinking is going to be by those rabbits still, regardless. I'll roll with it. If the strategy doesn't work, then I'll die and pay the price. Fuck you, giant spiders. I'm just going to run away from you because it's getting dark and I don't have a plan to deal with your ridiculous numbers. Alright. If I had a shovel, which you need a science machine to learn how to build a shovel, idiot. But if I had a shovel, I would be able to dig up that grave, because that's a good thing to do. It does lower your sanity by a chunk, but it also allows you to gain rare items sometimes. Or junk items, which have very, very, very limited use. However, that limited use is bomb. If you can find the Pig King, he will trade junk for a lot of gold. Because that's how kings get down. Alright. So, got all my rabbit holes. Gotta find a place to set up my home. Oh, rain, you actually want to stop? What I'm thinking is I'll be able to dry out by the fire. Well, I guess what I'm kind of banking on. If so, that'll be ideal. Because then I can get rid of this wetness deep up before it... You know what? I'm freezing. And normally you wouldn't be freezing in the spring like this. I think being wet makes you get cold faster. I like the changes they're making to this game. I think I was just hallucinating a bit. I thought I saw some little creature wisp out of existence. Which is not just me going crazy. That's actually part of the game. As your insanity drops, you start hallucinating more and more and more. If you let it get low enough, the hallucinations start becoming physically real. Yeah, I'm probably going to, like, freeze to death here. So, I think I should just settle on putting a base somewhere right around here. In the middle of all this. Oh, I need more. Are you kidding? Did I throw stones in Chester? I sure didn't. Okay, this is a problem. So, I'll be able to make a campfire for now, but I won't be able to actually start my base just yet. But the campfire will allow me to not die, which seems like a good idea at the time. Whew. There we go. And sure enough, the fire is drying me out. Excellent. Well, I'm going to use this chance to cook up some food. I wasn't going to cook at all, but my inventory's still full. I guess I'm not making use of my Chester properly. Sweet. Debuff gone. Alright. Now, for science. Right away. Once you've made something that you couldn't make before using a science machine like this, you can then just make it, so I can make it anywhere. You just need the device to make the prototypes. Oh, well, that's not what I was trying to do. Alright, the other thing here that I need. Make yourself a backpack. It does take your chest slots, so you can't wear armor while you have it on, but 8 more slots is pretty amazing. So I'm going to start throwing my supplies up there. Leave a slot for gold. Sure, why not, since I'll have to stack that up. Seems good enough. Eat up, little man. Eat up. Okay. Whoops. Well, I've gone and disoriented myself. Okay. So, now that I have a sort of base, I need to get a little more stone to make my fire pit and start developing my infrastructure. Frogs are back, eh? Not today. Ah, but it is a beautiful spring morning. This water effect on the ground seems to be new too. So the added rain has added some new features, or at least a visual effect. I only cut down the big trees. It's the best use of my time. But the trees don't go through a full cycle. Once they get full size, they'll eventually shrivel down to that and start over again. Because that will eventually reset to, not around, but a little sapling, and then it'll grow from there. Hopefully nature's chill about this. Sometimes nature gets mad. Powered by G Fuel. Shit's awesome if you haven't tried it. Good alternative to energy drinks, at least. Alright, so I seem to be hitting the border of my little established domain. I know I will eventually have to roam quite a bit farther to get different things that I'm going to need, but it's good to sort of get situated before you start exploring too far, or you'll wind up dead. There are a lot of ways to wind up dead in this game. It's way easier than you think. So it's really good to be overcautious in most situations. Though, big risks early on do have big rewards. And luck is a factor as well. Things like, say, I found this hat on a skeleton. You can find all kinds of shit on skeletons. It's just not common. But every now and then you get hooked up. Plus, again, where you can spawn anywhere in the map, sometimes it'll spawn you near really good stuff, and sometimes it won't. Oh well. I can use my shovel, too, to dig up these stumps for extra wood and clear the space, but I'm not worried about that just yet. I can always do that later. Moles. Alright. So, what I'm going to have to do with all those grass and twigs I've been getting is make me a bunch of rabbit snares. I'm hoping that once summer hits, rabbit season will start up and all those holes will open. Hoping. In the meantime, I mean, I do have these moles I could chase around and kill for meat. But, either way, I am going to have to get me some charcoal soon. Charcoal will allow me to make, sort of looking for drying racks, so that I can dry meat into jerky, because that's a lot better than cooked meat. Will keep a lot longer, and unless they've changed it, which they very well may have, because I did find it a little bit unusual, it would actually recover a bit of your sanity as well, which in my mind made it a sort of superfood. I'm not sure if they took that out, because it did and didn't make sense that certain food could affect your sanity. I mean, on the one hand, you had to put in a lot of, like, work to get it to that point, but on the other hand, you're still just eating food. Huh? Hopefully it does, because that was fairly central to my long life strategy. But we'll see. I do still need to find the stone as well. Can't forget about that task. Just because scary mole noises. I'm going to head down this way and try my luck, see what I can find. Might as well gather all these berries, because I could find myself starving to death without them sooner than I think. Likewise, I can't really have too much grass. Organization. Yep, that was messy. So, it's a beehive. That's not for hitting with an axe right now. I learned that lesson already. Even if I do kind of want to. Last thing I need is trees getting pissed off about me cutting trees. So far, so good. Aw, yeah. There we go. Yes. Oh, that's right. It starts here at like end of winter, early spring. Where this part of the year and any other year it's usually still snowy. Well, I should probably make a backup torch. Given that one's virtually gone. And definitely keep tabs on the current one. As the night still seems pretty long. Lots of rabbit holes here. Worst case scenario, even if rabbits are only seasonal, I just try and make a crazy harvest. Well, it's okay. If this is what I think it is, this was an event or whatever, I grab this chest, this whole thing's going to burst into flames, if I'm not mistaken. That may not have been the best way to deal with that. But, there we go, it's done. Oh, okay, I should scoop up these ashes. Ashes are actually decently valuable, and if you don't grab them quickly, they will blow away in the wind. So I should get as many and as much as I possibly can while it's there to be got. Another torch before I die. I hear some creepy ass noises. I think that's just the ash blowing away noise, but it's very creepy. Alrighty then. Survived that strange ordeal. Not, little started. Aha! Started to grow my beard. Okay, what the beard does is that it gives you some cold resistance, which matters a lot more in the winter. But it's good to just let it grow out. However, once it gets long enough, or I guess I could now, but you can shave it. The longer it gets, the better the cold resistance. But once you shave it, you'll gain a large chunk of sanity back. Kind of like real life. I mean, I'm probably going to do the same thing with mine in the spring. And, you know, much like real life, once you've shaved it off, you can use the beard hair along with some cooked meats to make an effigy of yourself, which you can then keep somewhere safe, so that if you die, you can use it to incur a spell of reincarnation. Or, you know, whatever. You know, so it's good to do. So it's a good idea to let it build up, grow out all winter, and then come spring, you can use it for magical spells. Okay, so I'm getting a little far from my planned base area and my science machine, so I will have to circle back soon. I was just hoping I could find a little more gold while I was out here. Or more crazy trees. I don't need them, I just want them. These rows, if it hadn't been apparent, do slightly increase your movement speed, so they're good to use. But sometimes they go silly directions or places. They also used to be a lot less visible on the map. I'm glad they did that. Very handy information. Oh, what? Those are bad beehives. They have mad killer bees that are like proximity threats. If I go too close, they will aggro me. Even though I want to harvest all that grass. See what I mean? I wasn't even that close. I'm just going to jog away and hope they de-aggro me. They don't seem to be doing it in any particular hurry, but that's fine. Oh, this is a sinkhole. If I break this rock, I can get into the caves. I'm not going to do that right now because I am not in any way equipped or prepared for that, but it is definitely something to do in the nearest future. And oh my god, these bees are still coming. Oh, and I saw something good above me. This, if I die, I will reincarnate here. To the point that if I can find more gold, I might even make my base spot over here instead. Because where I can build the meat shrine to reincarnate later, I will lose a percentage of my max health, or like 20 or something, which is a large chunk when you consider I believe the maximum is 120 or so. But if I die, I'll reincarnate, whereas this game doesn't have like a load save feature. When you die, you're dead. The save's gone. That's it. I believe they added it like an obituary, so you can view that after the fact, whereas initially the game it was just gone and that was that. But at the end you do get experience. That's how you unlock new characters, and when you're first learning the game you're usually going to die a fucking lot all over the place to a bunch of things. A lot of first times in this ended dying. Which is why this new expansion is a little bit exciting for me, because there's a lot of things that could potentially kill me that I don't understand yet. Plus, of course, all the good old-fashioned things that already can kill me. I suppose I will take a pass down this way, see what I can see. Now, to get the charcoal, I'm going to need to make my drying racks. The easiest way to do it, though I know I'm not going to make any friends in the bear community, would just be to start a simple forest fire, let it burn itself out, and then harvest all the charcoal. And that is what I'm going to end up doing, but I won't be able to do it with all this goddamn rain. So my next mission then is going to be to find the bear's weather machine. Once I take that down, the rain will stop. The bears are the first boss of the game, and they're not actually that tough, but I am also talking completely out my ass. So it's entirely up to you if you want to spend your time hunting for that or not. But it might be there, and if so, hey, no more rain, right? Still, I hunt for gold. I guess this would be the way. Or this. This is probably the safer bet, just given the fact that I was starting to see that kind of terrain. Or that could be the new desert area. Oh, plus this up here. Yeah, no, that's the way I'm going to have to go. So, I'm going to have to cut this episode short here, and then quest off that way to see what I can find. Next time on, this was GDakka, and I hope you enjoyed Don't Starve, and I'm going to continue next time hunting for some gold so I can build a better base. Good night, everybody.